Traditionally, CCTV been around for probably 20 years, something like that, in common use and across the world. But more recently, different government entities in many different places in the world are trying to move this from being a safety and a liability issue to actually doing something productive for their citizens. A great example I read recently, but actually happened a couple of years ago, was the city of Los Angeles in America. It was the first major city to actually synchronize all of its traffic cameras, all of its red lights. And they did this, it wasn't a one-click solution. This is a computer system that's constantly analyzing magnetic and CCTV data, video data, and synchronizing it based on different traffic flows. And they found that after implementing it, the average traffic time across the city went down by 16%. And that's 16% of time that people can be more productive or people can spend on themselves. So that's a huge amount. And that's from literally doing nothing other than just analyzing data that they already had access to, maybe adding additional points of data where they needed to, and then bringing that all together in a system. And more recently, many countries in the Middle East are looking to add this as well, specifically the Falcon program in Abu Dhabi. They're looking to implement something similar, and of course this is going to involve a much bigger rollout of security cameras and sensors as well, that to sense magnetic fields. But ultimately we should be seeing a big benefit to it for everyone around here. There seems to be a lot of increased demand for CCTV. The UAE has traditionally been one of the biggest markets for CCTV in the Middle East, alongside Saudi Arabia and Qatar. And I mean, the market's probably several $100 million a year and constantly expanding. More recently I heard about the RTA saying they want to install cameras in every single one of their taxis to look at the drivers. And that's more to collect data and ensure the safety of their passengers. So the safety element is still always going to be there, and that's going to be one of the primary uses for CCTV. But shifts like this, massive shifts, where an entire organization with hundreds of thousands of vehicles in its fleet are trying to implement it, we're going to see more of that in the near future. As Dell EMC's top partner here in the region, we have access to their entire portfolio. So typically, maybe a CCTV installation has 3 or 4 components, and outside of the cameras and the actual VMS, so the software that's running on top of them, we manage the data center side of it. And we have the market-leading products in data storage and servers. And in addition, of course, we can actually help with the monitors and analysis equipment, endpoints that goes in the data center as well. Our partners, a lot of market-leading and global market-leading partners that we work with here, and system integrators that we work with here, have been part of government implementations and government incentives to bring together data on how CCTV affects its citizens and actually help write the laws on requirements of CCTV. So we have a lot of breadth of experience in this field, and we hope to continue that in the year to come.